Good morning. What I'm going to show you today is how I've built my pond in a really simple, easy way. So these guys here I just picked up at an old truck yard. They're tractor and truck tires, which they discard, um, obviously after they've served their purpose, and now they're going to be serving a new purpose. They're going to be housing water plants and fish, and I'm just going to try and make it look really beautiful. I have done this before, and this is the first time I'm going to try and film it and show you what the process is all about. So firstly, let me show you what I've done with the actual tires. Okay, so first things first, this is the area that I'm going to put the pond in. That is just some carpet, ignore that. That's where our little fish are hanging out, the waiting ground. And you can see I've put in some plants a little bit, and some tillandsias up there on the pole. So we're sitting right next to the shade house. The sun rises on that side, arcs over, and then sets way down in that direction. So that effectively is north, this is south. And why I think that is important is because of things like eutrophication, which basically is, let's say, extra nitrogen or nutrients and things get into the pond, it'll destabilize, and then just you'll have this explosion of algal growth, and it would be gross and all of that. So I'm no expert, but what I've done is I have had the holes dug out, right, for the tire, and you can see in my case the largest tire sits, it's not completely buried, it sits about, I'd say, halfway above ground, and then the next one's dropped slightly, and then the last little one is the deepest, and it's basically at the base. Let me just show you that. It's nearly at the base of the middle tire, and then I've also done this little ledge over here. So another thing I've done is I have let me get down here. So what I've done is I have cut this edge out of the tire, and I've done the same thing over there. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow the water to actually flow in and then fill up and flow over again, and we're going to cover all of this up so to conceal the tires so that you don't even know that they are tires. The other thing I'm going to use is black plastic. It doesn't have to be black, mine just happens to be black. And I'm going to use 2 layers just for safety, and the plastic is at 250 micron. Ideally you want it thicker, but hey, that's what I've got. So this is a nice, easy, cheap way to do a pond. Okay, and then I've also got a pump, and we're going to do some decorative stuff to it, and the electrical line is right there, so that's the box up there. The pump is going to run from there. We're going to put the pump where I'm sitting right now in the little tire, in the deepest end, and the pipe's going to run around, and then we'll have some kind of little fantastic water feature thing going on that side. Okay, cool. Let's get cracking. An entire box of fittings. There's some pipe, some more pipes, and the things that we really need. Hose clamps, I believe they're called. And some more fittings, and some more fittings, and wait for it, yes, more fittings. So this including a pond, a fish tank pump, has all been donated by a really old friend called Willem van Jaarsveld, who I basically mentored me when I started out in nature conservation in 2000 and what was it, like 2, I think?
Too long ago.
Yeah, like way too long. And so he was in the business of aquariums and the pet industry. So this is some of the things that he just thought, well, it's lying around, so it could be better put to use with us. So this is it, yeah. Willem, thank you. Like, you don't even know how.
It's just.
I mean, it's just, yeah,
nothing
crazy. Like,
use it.
It's insane.
Use it well.
Thank you so much.
And all the best, eh?
Cool. Thank you.
Good stuff.
So I went and got this gorgeous old railway sleeper that was lying in my backyard, and I put it up vertically, Will and I, and this is going to be the key outlet for the water. So these series of holes in there, you can see the ants coming out of that, and I'm going to fit a pipe through there, put a little tap coming out, and it's going to cascade into that. So that's kind of the idea. So now it's just a case of measure, lay the plastic, lay an undercoat as well. I don't have underlay, so what I'm going to use is a series of layers of shade netting, just as a protection, and then and then lay the plastic and cover it up. Well, cover it up with sand, lay it out, make it really good, and then Bob's your uncle. So by tomorrow, one day, I hope to have this done. So stay tuned for more. It's a very beautiful piece of wood. It's got an indigenous species of fig growing in the top of it, so its roots have obviously gone down inside that, so we just got to make sure that because it's a water-loving species, seeks out water, we've got to make sure that when we line the pond, it doesn't have access to that water, or it will drink the pond dry as it ages. But it's going to look really good coming out the top here. So yeah, that's it. Over and out. See you a little bit. Today we're doing the pond. We had tons of rain, Adrian and I. And we're waiting in anticipation for the first, which is about to happen. We're just filling it up from one of the rain tanks. And then we want it to settle. So that's what we're doing here right now. And here it comes. You can hear the plastic sort of fixing itself there, the first trickles. It's like fire. Woohoo! And there she goes. So yep, so we'll let it settle overnight once it's full, and then tomorrow it will give us a clear indication as to where we need to fill and where we need to do whatever we need to do. So check that out. It's looking amazing! Now we're looking at the second pond filling up, and then lastly it will flow into the tiniest little one. So it's creating quite a nice little waterfall here, and it will give us the opportunity to straighten out all of these little kinks and things. I'm no expert, but I have built a pond over a weekend before, so if my pond at home is still running, then this is gonna run too. So yeah. So here we go. There it goes. So phase 1 is complete. So now we're like getting it to capacity. This is as full as it's pretty much gonna get, and then we're gonna wait for it to settle. So just if you're curious to know, this is 250 micron plastic. It's double layered, and then we've got actual pond liner as well. The pond liner is small and it only covers that one over there because we couldn't afford for both, so that's cool. I have used this plastic before and it has worked. The only concern that I have now is I need to shade this place up so that over time the sun doesn't break down the plastic, because that's the main concern now. So we'll shroud it in plants and hanging things and making it beautiful. Okay, so we're testing the pump. The pump, it's a submersible pump. It's down in the bottom there, and it's submerged and it's running. So whoop-de-doo, Basil! Yeah, it's quite cool. And so finally the pond is done. Yes, I sped it up because I kind of did it largely by myself and didn't really have anyone to film, unfortunately. And so that's what it looks like. It's still quite new, so there's a lot of plastic still exposed. If I had more money, I could obviously do it a lot more, I don't know, professionally, I suppose, but main thing is that the fish have got their space to live in. They're happy, the water plants are doing fine, and this is, I think, about 3 weeks on. So yeah, it is quite a bit late. And we're surrounded by bromeliads and also some jasmine going up the pole and some tree ferns and that sort of thing. So yeah, guys, it's really is not that hard to do if you're like just trying to play around yourself and trying to make your own little water feature at home. And and that's what it is. Guys, have a good day. If you like this video, again, I'll say please hit the subscribe button. Show us that you like the video. And yeah, catch you on the flip side. Keep your fingers in the ground. Keep them green. Keep them dirty. And enjoy reaping the rewards of whatever it is that you're doing in your garden. Bye for now.